Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. If you're not an expert in insurance, it can be very confusing, thankfully. Martinez and Associate is here today. So good morning, Erica. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
Good. You know, before we came on, we were talking about how people can spend a lot of money on insurance because they don't understand. They're picking things they don't need. And that's why your team is so important to help people get through all of that kind of, can we say, insurance paperwork?
Yes. Well, we help explain to everybody the complexities of insurance. So just telling you what you need so you're not buying coverages that you're not supposed to. And we're there to explain to you face to face, building relationships and helping you and your family be safe.
Yeah. And what we were talking about too, and I asked you about this, about websites that are, okay, you have one, everyone has them to go to. That's almost more just to give you a guide to look at things. But when you start to pick out your insurance, you really want to give a call to your team and talk with them, because you might be picking stuff online. And I feel like I might get in trouble, but sometimes those online, insurances force you to get stuff you don't need because you don't understand. It's like a drop-down box. And that's where you guys come in to explain more a little bit.
Yes. So, like I said, we were there working with you face to face, helping you and be your financial and personal advisor, building those relationships, saying, hey, if you're a homeowner, what coverages do you need in order to prevent you from that financial hit?
Yeah.
And it's just like business owners. You can get business insurance so you can be able to take that risk, and we'll be your safety net.
Right. And I like talking to a person, like Erica and your team, Martinez and Associates, because it's amazing that we do not look at like coverage on our credit cards. We don't look at coverage on our insurance for our cars and our house. And we're buying more insurance because of that. Because now this is sometimes I've heard, like, if you have certain credit cards and you rent a car, there's insurance that's covered on there, so you don't have to buy extra insurance.
Right.
Then when it comes to renting a car and you have car insurance, there's extra insurance on there. So we're kind of like really throwing our money away when we could see those coverages. Where you explain that to people?
We do, and we always invite anybody to come in. You don't need an invitation or a phone call. Just stop by, bring your policies, or if, like you said, you have certain credit card companies that offer you towing or rental service. So if you already have that, we're not going to add that onto your insurance policy, because you don't need to spend that money. You can shift that money towards something else.
Yeah.
And we're here to save you money and your family.
Right. Also, people with house insurance, they see this big long policy. They see hurricane, they see fire, they see earthquake, they see bugs, they see all this stuff that's on there, and they're like, okay, we better get all that because I want to make sure we're protected from all that. But there's things we don't need. Like, I mean, it'd be very rare we have an earthquake here. We do have them, but not like California.
Absolutely. So and we're also licensed to sell in California. So what I would offer California residents, I would not offer here to our Arizona residents.
Yeah.
Because we're, like I said, we'll just explain to you what you need to make you and your family safe.
Yeah. Now, this is a very important part about Martinez and Associates, and that you guys are licensed in other states.
Yes.
So tell the states that you are, because this is very important for those who are vacationing or traveling or have family members in other states.
Right. And, also like our snowbirds, they have properties in California, Florida, but we're also licensed to do Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and within the next 2 weeks, we'll also be writing in Nevada and Colorado.
Oh, Colorado's gonna be a nice one, because we know a lot of people go up there skiing and go up and do stuff. And so that's where it comes into play, because it's nice to be able to pick up the phone and call your insurance person when you're out of state, and they're covered there, and they can make sure they know all the insurance stuff that's happening there.
Yes. So, and I'm one call away. So I'm very dedicated, and you're just not another client. You become family with Martinez and Associates.
Yeah. So, and before we go, I want people to understand that you are definitely dedicated to helping families insurance, because the reason we got into it is because of your own family having a fire at the house and your parents not knowing what was on there and stuff.
Yes, that's true. About 25 years ago, our home burned down, and my parents thought that they were fully insured. They weren't. So they just had the bare minimum bones not didn't have sufficient enough coverage. And I was like, no, I need to make a difference, not to be like that insurance agent. So I'm there to educate and make sure that you guys are fully covered, you and your family.
So, Erica, this is great. All right, tell people they can find more about you.
Well, our website is www.martinezinsurances.com, or they can call 602-282-4096.
Perfect. Erica, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.